Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to day 5 or 6, or maybe it's 600. I don't know. No, I think day 5 or 6 of me talking to a webcam. There's 5 of you that are now subscribed to me, which is a little bit absurd because that's 5 more than I thought would be interested in some random dude talking to a webcam. But hey, if you find it relaxing or whatever, shout out to you. But yeah, I appreciate the all the loves and the comments and etc. So keep on keeping on. I don't really have anything to say. I don't have any title on my mind, but here I am, forced to talk in front of a camera for 10 minutes. Let's see if I can keep it rolling. Here's something I can talk about. Alright, class. Who knows what this is? Does anyone? I know it's backwards. Here, I'll show you the back. Maybe it'll help you out. Maybe you can see inside the... No? This is a Canon AE1. It's a film camera, which means... Or I'm sorry, it's not AE1. I'm a dumb. Any camera nerd is going to come at me. It's a Canon A1. See right there. This is now a product review, right? Not actually. It's a film camera. And it shoots on film, which means black and white photography. I took a darkroom photography class in college, so I got to go in the darkroom and develop film and all that good stuff. Bear with me, bear with me. Hold on. Uh-oh, the microphone. And I have photos to show off and stuff. Boom. That's all me. Look at that. Anywho's, the reason I bring that up is because there seems to be not a huge movement, but a general movement of people, kind of pushing back against modern technology, right? And of course, we've seen this millions and millions of times. The Industrial Revolution, if you paid attention in history class, is something that left a lot of, not unskilled laborers, but very skilled laborers, out of work. Like all these, I don't know what type of job, but whatever job, that a factory now does, someone used to do it by hand, sort of thing, like assembly and that sort of stuff. And, I have to imagine that back in caveman times when someone figured out you could hit a rock into a rock, some big buff dude was out of a job after that because now his hammer smashing fist or his rock smashing fist wasn't as valuable as the rock that they discovered, right? And so, of course, technology advances, yada, 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 yada. You go from a typewriter to a whatever, a payphone type phone to the modern iPhone, etc. I mean, there's millions of examples out there, right? But the interesting thing about nowadays is that we have all the modern technology, like it's been developed, but people are purposely, myself included, they're purposely going out of their way to not use this modern technology. Like for example, this film camera I have, or other sort of stuff. Like I have a analog alarm clock that I use instead of my phone and that sort of stuff. Speaking of my phone, are you ready for this? I'm one of those weird kids who has a light phone. Have you heard of this thing? I even got a notification that I'm ignoring for you guys. Look at that. Maybe I'll do a product review on this thing one day, right? But that phone all it does is call and text, and it has a notes app and an alarm that I use sometimes, ironically, and a calculator that I don't use because I got it all up here. 9 times 7, that's like 46 or something, right? So I don't even need a calculator. And it's just so interesting to me because what'll happen in my life is people, will come up to me. They'll see they call it a dumb phone because it's purposely dumb. The whole design of it is that it doesn't function as a normal smartphone. And they're like, dude, what is that thing? And, I show it to them. I make a big show out of it. It happens. I'm always entertained. And they're always like, oh, that's got to be so nice. It's not nice. It's not something I do because I enjoy it in a way. It's almost like out of necessity for me, Not that there's such thing as an addictive personality, but the smartphone for me was such a gateway to types of pornography and stuff. I know, drastic turn in the conversation there. But I purposely got this phone so I didn't have to deal with any of that BS. On top of, whatever sort of video game, mobile game, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, etc., even YouTube, the big scary red app on your phone. And so people, people expect me to be all self-righteous about it. I'm like, nah, it's not for everyone. It's not for you, even really me. But it's something I decided to do. And that's like a shift in the supply and demand economics of the global economy in the US, kind of going back to this sort of spiritual deficit we find ourselves in, where we're like, we have too much. When you have too much, right? If you eat too much food, you get obese. If you have too much sex, you probably die. I don't know. If you vape too much, you dye your hair blue or something. Get some braids. That was a bit stereotypical. I apologize to all of my vapors out there. Maybe some of you are clean cut as you rip your blue raspberry watermelon rainbow cotton candy. Okay, I'll stop. But you get the point. Overconsumption, excess is always bad, especially for us, because of course we are biologically wired to crave certain things that back in our caveman times we did not have an excess. We actually had it in limited supply, and so therefore your brain's like, you must consume this while you have the chance. You never know when your next meal will be. I mean, it's a biologically innately useful thing for us to have. But as is the general theme with a lot of these recent videos, it's like, once you have everything, what else do you need? What else do you want to strive for? And that's when I feel like people start to strive higher, right? And they start to look beyond just the basic necessities, Like Industrial Revolution, when it came around, like all of a sudden people had all this leisure time, and that's when art popped up. That's when movies wouldn't exist if we didn't have the time to watch them, stuff like that. There's a whole market, like YouTube. YouTube is literally created for your entertainment because you have free time. If you were working 80 hours a week, you wouldn't have time to listen to my idiotic self ramble. So, yeah, those are my thoughts for today. They're very wise. You're not going to get anything like this anywhere else. I know that for a fact. This level of idiocracy is so profoundly beyond the comprehension of the normal average person. Like, to be this dumb as I am is just so beyond the ability of anyone to even see what it would take to